Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm so thrilled to welcome you back for another adventure through Middle-earth. In this series, I'll be playing random ladder matches on Discord and showing you War of the Ring games from my perspective by only viewing my cards and sharing with you my thoughts and in-game reactions while trying to keep the end result a mystery. The other player is aware that I am making a video as I ask for permission both before and after playing. Hope that you enjoy this video, and I encourage you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Today's adventure features BHilly. Now, BHilly, I've played for quite a while. I've played a few times in the past. We actually started at the same time. So I'm just going to read you the conversation that we had. So I asked him what got him into the War of the Ring. He said he started playing with some friends years ago, then was looking for a way to play online, stumbled upon the Discord group. He owns a ladder that a friend of his painted for him. His name is Tappan, or their name, on the or Japan on the ladder list, which I find awesome. I started playing in December of 2021. Some of his very first games were in the Discord group in the 2022 World Tournament, where he got crushed. I learned a lot playing ladder, got serious by playing League 3, managed to finish first in League 3 in 2022, and then do okay in the League Tournament. So now they're in League 1 this year. He's in League 1. Just took about a 5-month break because he had a second kid. But I'm just now starting to play a couple games when I can again. And I said, yeah, that does get in the way of War of the Ring. And I asked how he pronounces his name. It's BHilly, he, him. And we decide, I said, do you have a side preference? He says, you want a bid? And I said, no, I don't want a bid. I hate tokens. So we decide if I roll even, then he's shadow. Or he rolls even, he's shadow. He rolls even. And he gets a 6. That's the last 6 you'll ever get. All right, so we're going to jump into this. This is an adventure game, so I'm going to try to have fun as I go through this game. All right, so I get King Brandsman, Elven Cloaks. I love King Brandsman because it's a double draw with Gandalf, and Elven Cloaks is great just to cycle those blue tiles. He allocates 0 eyes. Sauron doesn't look anywhere, so I'm hopeful maybe I can get 4 movement. But I get 2. So Sauron is not looking anywhere this game, apparently. I pass. He draws a strategy card. Pass again. He moves Isengard down. Pass again. He moves the guys from Barad-dûr to Gorgoroth. I move the Fellowship now for free. I say safe. And I see him going up towards the north, possibly. But I said I want to move the Fellowship again first before I decide what I want to do. He brings Saruman decides to come in, since there's no threat of Gandalf the White or Gandalf the White at all. Seeing that he has Saruman in, I use my army action just to move armies closer to prevent any kind of Rohan surprise. Which I'm glad I did because he displayed New Power is Rising. So Saruman has come in. He's ready to play, guys. So he goes, yeah, and there they show up. 2 in North Dunland, 2 in South. So now Isengard's ready for battle. I play Elven Cloaks because I want him to keep King Brandis surprised. And then I draw into Mirror of Galadriel. And he moves up towards... now he's crashing Lorien. Alright, so that's turn 1. I only got 2 movement against 0 eyes. Wish I had gotten more, but I also wanted to do something with my military. Because I do think sometimes the Free People player gets fixated on the movement. And I draw Dead Men of Dunharrow and Círdan's Ships. And BHilly mentions it in the chat. He says, I'm glad he didn't roll 4 moves. And he barely rolls any eyes again. And I roll... the Fellowship just rolls 1 movement. And he's got all the musters he needs, all the attacks he needs. It would be better if there's all Palantirs out there, to be honest. So I decide I want to see if there's a way that a Power 2 Grey can come in. So I have to show my hand that I have King Brandsmen. Because even Gandalf can't draw cards now. I draw into Fear Fire Foes. He brings Sauron to war. I pass. And it looks like he's crashing towards Lorien. And I don't know where these guys are going yet. I passed. And he uses the character just to put them all in Dimmerald Dale. Pass again. He puts Lorien under siege. Now I decided to bring Gondor down because I'm kind of scared of anything. That way, if he hits his Gilith, I can muster. So now he moves towards... Sauron is hungry. He's hungry for a Witch King. He sees Gondor has moved down. So, again, this is not a Loam game. And I've been playing so many Loam games lately that I forgot that as Shadow, you want to rush the Witch King. Whereas in Loam, you want to get the Chief, if you can. So it's a totally different style, and I'm realizing it here. So I move the Fellowship. He misses. He attacks his Gilead. No card. I decided I want to play a Shield Wall so I can preserve one of the units. Possibly. He ends up getting 2 hits, -1. So the Shield Wall does actually pay off. And I got 1 hit back. He presses, and I decide to push them in Polar Gear so I can use the last muster action to bring a unit into Minas Tirith. So my guess is Faramir ran to Polar Gear, and he's shouting across Gondor to muster an elite. So an elite shows up in Minas Tirith. And there's the Witch King. So he's at 9 dice turn 3 to my 4, which is devastating. Fellowship draws into We Prove the Swifter. And Scouts, Red Arrow. Red Arrow I can play. That card's pretty good. Allocates an eye. Fellowship okay. And again, only 1 eye total. And you got all these attacks. And this is not the role I want to see. I want to see movement and like a Will. I would love to see like 3 characters in a Will of the West. That would be amazing. So I move the Fellowship because I'm thinking I could do what Maester James just did against me and play Mirror of Galadriel to turn one of these into a Will of the West to force Gandalf's hand. I'll see if he hits. Ooh, close. No hit. He plays Palantir of Orthanc. I actually think about this for a while. So, the Fellowship's debating because Palantir could be bad, but I also want Gandalf the White. So I decide to move the Fellowship because then I could give him a ring, so I could change one of these to a character, and then I could play Mirror of Galadriel if I get hit here. And he rolls a 1. So Sauron, his eyes are all in the military. Forget about the ring. He doesn't care. And I can't punish him really at all. He attacks Minas Tirith, puts under siege. And at this point, I decided to give him a ring to get rid of Palantir of Orthanc. I don't like that card being out. And he moves the Southrons and Easterlings down. And I'm just going to pass. I'm hoping he's going to attack maybe. Attack Lorien to get rid of them so I could play Círdan. Southrons and Easterlings are all the way to war. So now it's time for them to put their food down and move out of Farharad. And the guy moves into Lothric to take it over. I say at this point, this looks like a slaughter. And I'm feeling very defeated here. I'm like, I don't know how I can recover from this. Because he needs to roll eyes. I pass. He moves out of Minas Morgul, moves everyone to Umbar. And he's only drawn 4 strategy cards, but I have a strong feeling he has Corsairs of Umbar. So I pass, and he plays it. And I can't give him a ring here to move my guys to West Hirondor, because I've already given a ring to cancel the Palantir. So I decided to play Red Arrow, because that's a playable card, and I can draw with Gandalf. He plays We Come to Kill. I asked if I drew. We checked the chat for a while, and realized I did. We talked for a while about it. And we're good. So cool. Let's go on. Turn 4. So Fellowship is doing really well in terms of not being hit. Gondor has seen better days. Lorien has seen better days. So even if you look at the board as a newer player, you might think, well, there's no points for the Shadow. But I can see right away, I can see 6 points fast. So let's see what I draw. I'm hoping to draw a Power to Great. That would be great. So he reminds me to draw. I get Ents and Help Unlooked For. And I decide to go to We Prove the Swifter, which could be a mistake. Fellowship okay, and he rolls only one more eye and a lot of attacks. And now I get a Will of the West. So I'm like, okay, I can do it here. I can move the Fellowship, and I can get hit with Gandalf. And he rolls 2 1s. 2 1s. Sauron is, like, puts his eyes down and says, I do not see the ring. Maybe he has no idea that the ring has even left Rivendell at this point. He says, BHilly says, blind Nazgul. And then he moves on to his Gileath, and his one guy to Umbra is probably worried about a military potential when he sees what I have. But I have no interest in that. I decided to just do a muster. Now I have a different thought, and my thought is I'm going to play a Help Unlooked For. Could be a mistake. Maybe I should give him a ring and move, and then see if I can get Gandalf, and if not, move again. But I'm seeing that this game is going by way too fast. So that's why I do what I did. He attacks me in his Tirith. I play an advantageous position against Devilry of Orthanc. Perfect card, but even the dice roll, he got 2 6s naturally. And I only get 1 back. So Gondor has their eyes shut, and they're just in despair. He presses. I don't have any more cards to play because I want to save my no quarter for my Help Unlooked For Dol Amroth. Okay. So he's pressing. I'm going to probably play Mirror of Galadriel. And he plays Orc Patrol, so he's giving up on the Fellowship totally. And he gets 3 hits. And I get 0. So Gondor is doing real well. They're just, maybe they're just sitting there and in despair. They're like, what do we do? It's like, I don't know, maybe take out your weapons. BHilly decides to press again, because why not? He plays Relentless Assault. I don't play a card. And he gets 3 hits by doing that. And I get 2 back. So now I decide to move to Lamden and to Fords of Ice, and I don't really care about Pelargir. Because I wanna try to relieve the siege best I can. So he moves his leadership to Dol Amroth, and I play Help Unlooked For before he can take out Dol Amroth. I get 2 hits. He gets none. Very fortunate. So Help Unlooked For. You rarely see this card happen. These Gondorians. We're gonna pretend this is Faramir. Faramir's coming in. He's like, for Gondor. So I take 2. No card. No card. I get 2 more. And he gets 1. And I press. He stays. No card. No card. I got 1. He gets none. He says, come on now, dice. I press. 0. And he gets 1 on the reroll. I decided I'm going to press until I'm down to 1. And now I'm down to 1, so I stop. So that's Faramir out there in Lamden. Say a valiant effort. But I did down his troops a little significantly, but that might not be enough to stop what's about to happen in Gondor. So he takes Pelargir and moves these guys to Gap of Rohan. So he can move for free now, totally. He attacks Faramir here with no card, and Faramir gets slaughtered. So he dies, but he hits back 1. He decides to muster an elite in South Rune and draw a strategy card. So maybe it would have been better to move twice because I'd be at 8 here. But also I think I would have lost Dol Amroth and he'd be at 5. So again, this time he rolls eyes, but all these other actions these are all attacks because he also has a ring. And again, this roll is horrendous. So the Fellowship is not doing well. I mean, to be fair, they're doing very well. They're all together, just having a merry old time. So I think, and I decide I want to see if I can draw any kind of card that can help me. So for that reason, I play Thranduil's Archers. And I draw Scouts from that. And also I can muster up here. And now he moves his units on Dol Amroth. I pass as I don't have any cards to help me. He attacks DA with a card, Relentless Assault. He only gets 2 hits this time. And I get nothing back. So again, the Gondorians are just lying down. The Southern Easterlings are just having a party. It's party to city here. And they get their hit, and I hit back. So, not looking good for the Fellowship. I decided to pass until even. And he musters an elite in North Rune. Now with the Fellowship, why not? And he misses again. And it was everyone here. But I do have his scouts in hand. So I decided to move the Fellowship again. And he hits, and it's a 2, so there goes Gandalf. You could argue that maybe I should have played a card first, like Vial of Galadriel maybe. And then used a ring last turn, but I had to move the Fellowship. He moves his Nazgul up here, which I'm fine about because I do have his scouts. I play Vial of Galadriel, and he attacks Dale. So I'm going to play scouts, and I'm going to risk the Swarm of Bats. And let's see, drumroll, will he play a Swarm of Bats on me? Nope, it's Movement Kill, so I get to leave. So I decide to go here because I want him to attack the elves so that I can play Círdan ships. My idea now is Strider is going to leave the Fellowship, and he's going to play Dead Men of Dunharrow, and then play Círdan ships. That's the combo I'm thinking of. We'll see if it happens, though. I draw Elven Rope and Swords and Eriador. He has an issue seeing his hand and finally figures it out. And, again, not enough rolls, but I get a Will of the West here. So I could get Gandalf. And he shouts it. And I'm like, no, I don't have time for this. I need to do something. So I move them to Rohan. And he plays A Day Without Dawn to get rid of the Will of the West. So my plans are falling before my eyes, but I'm still going to do Dead Men of Dunharrow just to get this back. He thanks and starts mustering up Minas Morgul. So at least the Shadow of Sauron's like, what's going on? Why did this random man appear in Pelargir? The dead men are here. He passes. He moves the guys from Gorgoroth into Minas Morgul. And the guys from Minas Tirith into Osgiliath. So I tried playing Círdan ships, and I realized I can't use it. My whole plan is thwarted. The reason I decide to muster here is I'm worried about these 4 guys killing them. So I do my muster now. So we play Shadows Gather to get them right to Osgiliath. And I tell him to attack the elves. And he blocks me off back here so that I can't escape. And plays Black Captain commands to attack Pelargir. He plays a character card, so I think it could be some kind of card that will allow him to get a bonus like Cruel as Death to block maybe. Oh, my bad. I play Círdan ships here. And my charge is a miss. And he gets 3 6s. And I get 3 hits back. Why did I say 4? Oh, Desperate Battle, so the 4 is a hit. So 4, 6, 5, 5 are hits. The other one I shouldn't have re-rolled. He presses, no card. I play Advantageous Position to keep my 6 advantage, but that really helped. So, here's my vision of this. So I think Strider and Boromir travel to Rohan. They said, we got to go save it. They got the dead men. They went through Eric. They went through the mountains. The dead men are here. And now the true dead men are Boromir and Strider. So there they go. And look how they go out. They go out with a big bang here. No hits. So this is I said, seems fair. Again, I could have moved the Fellowship twice here and been in Mordor. But, I don't know. He attacks Woodland Realm, puts under siege. And we go into turn 7. Again, and I roll this. So I'm thinking I'll get Gandalf. I'll put him in a Shadows, in a Elven Strong Life to hold off. But we move the Fellowship first, see if I can make it. He misses. So I'm going to go straight to Mordor. Potentially. He musters some Nazgul in. I decide to flip Gandalf the white. Put him in Lorien. I put him there because this seems more dangerous for him. And he brings 2 Nazgul here. And 6 here. Leadership. I decide to give him a ring and move the Fellowship again. Let's see if they can make it all the way to Mordor without getting revealed. He rolls 3 hits, so this could be an I, and it's a 3. So they made it successfully. Or next turn they'll make it. Say yay. He plays Dreadful Spells on Woodland Realm and only gets 1, but it is a hit. So the elves are like, what's going on? Because that doesn't even advance them. Oh, they should be advanced. I think we forgot to do that. They should be... I'm not going to do it now because it'll mess the game up. I pass. Now he attacks Woodland Realm for real. I play Advantageous Position. He plays Foul Stench, so bad on me. He gets 1 hit. And I should not have re-rolled. But I get 1 back. He press and draws. I do no card. He gets 1 hit, and it's on the reroll, which kills the leader. And I get 2 back. So not looking good for Woodland Realm. There's a chance here that I could survive it if he doesn't get 6s. But he plays a Great Host, so he just needs 1 6. And he gets 2. And I get 2 back. So I'm glad to hit, but it's too late. And now I think, well, I'm going to retake Dale now. So I say Dale. But if you notice, the Northmen are not at war. They're just chilling with the dwarves, drinking beer, everybody by the fire, just sitting down. They're like, we know there's a war going on. It's fine. We don't need to interfere. And I realize I can't do that, so I just move them down. Now attacks Lorien. I have 5 HP. And I have no cards I can really play here. I shine. He plays Silvery of Orthanc. Gets 2. I get 2 back. So he just needs to get... there we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. And he plays an Onslaught. And gets 1. And I get 1. So let's see if he can Onslaught and finish the game here. So Gandalf comes in Lorien. And let's see how this works out. And all the orcs jump into the Lorien. They don't care about their lives. All 4 of them go in, and they get their hits, and that kills Gandalf. So that was a game where the free people had no problem with the ring movement, but they just couldn't do anything militarily to help them. So yeah, it's a really well played game by BHilly. Congratulations, BHilly. As the free people player, I felt like it felt like an uphill battle. There was like nothing. I felt like there's nothing I could do. But give me your comments. Let me know. I don't like posting lost videos, but I also want to learn how I can be better at this. Maybe I did something I could have done better. Maybe I should have moved the Fellowship more. But well played, BHilly, and yeah, thank you all for watching. Brutal game for the Fellowship. I think the story here is Boromir and Strider going to Pelargir with the dead men, and they're really the dead men in the end. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, before I let you go, I always forget. Let's look at the stats so you can see how it looked. It doesn't look as bad as it felt, so you tell me what you think. Minus on characters, and your plus here. Minus on musters. You got the musters when you needed them, though. That's what I see. But I see I did roll 1 on 6s. But he also is plus 5 on 4s, which is huge because he played a lot of Relentless Assaults. And he was plus 2 on 6s. He didn't hit, though, when I wanted him to kill Gandalf in the Fellowship. So stats are important to look at, but it's also important to think of the timeliness of what's actually going on in the game. So that's my thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next one. And don't forget, if you want to join me in an adventure, find me on Discord and ask for a game. I'm posting a lot more now. Take care, everyone. Bye.